back, everybody. My name is Shane Eikenberry. You're watching another episode of Eiken Barbecue. Today we got a really cool cook planned. We're gonna do a pork crown roast on the Oklahoma Joe's Bronco. Should be really fun, so stay tuned. Alright, so first we're going to start off with the brine. You know me, I'm always brining something. It's a really simple brine, so we're going to start with just apple juice. It's going to be tricky. Oh, no, I'm better at it than I thought. That should be good. And then just a couple tablespoons of salt. And a couple tablespoons of pepper. I don't know if you're like me, but I love the smell of pepper. Alright, grabbing the meat. Alright, here's a good look at the meat we're going to cook. Crown roast. It's a small one. It's more like a pork crown tiara. Haven't decided if I'm going to trim down this or not. I may leave it. You'll know in the morning. But for right now, just going to get it in here. Actually, we'll go this way. There we go. Got to wash my hands. But yeah, going to let this sit overnight, and we're going to get to cooking tomorrow. See you guys then. Peace. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this pork crown has been sitting overnight, absorbing all this beautiful juice. This is what it looks like. Really good. We are gonna, I said I wasn't sure if I was gonna cut it, but I am gonna trim back on some of these bones a little bit. Gonna trim off any of this silver skin you see, any of the thicker fat, any of the hard fat. Remember to keep your knife straight. Alright, so that's about as good as I can get this thing to look without knowing what I'm doing. And today we're going to use the Kosmo's dry rub, the Dirty Bird. This has sugar, brown sugar, salt, pepper, all the things that I kind of want on this. Yeah, so it's a good pre-mixed rub. I think it'll do very well on this. Gonna give it a good coat. Should give it a really awesome color too. Alright, gonna let her sweat it out while the Bronco comes up to temp. I'll get back to you guys. You guys aren't going to believe it what I did. I fixed it. I should have showed you, but I started the charcoal in the actual ash pan. So once I realized it, I had to dump it all out, and I wasn't happy with how the spread was, and I'm too lazy to actually fix it. So I put another igniter right there in the middle, but you can see it's charcoal that's caught around the edges where it dumped. Yeah, working on it, but I got another cook going too. I'm going to use the Traeger spatchcock us a chicken for some lunch. I'll probably add it to a cut in this so you can see it. It'll be just a quick little glimpse. But if you want to see that video, just let me know. It's literally the only way you should smoke a chicken. Don't worry about the beer can chickens. Spatchcock is the way to go. Promise. Okay, enough talking. I'll get back to the good stuff. Got the Thermopro in there right now. Focus. 158. I don't have the meat probe in. 87 right now, but I am going to use the meat probe this time. Going to put it in there, wait until about 1:30, and then we got this really awesome apple chipotle glaze we're going to throw on it. Should be pretty dope, so stay tuned for that. Alright, we were shooting for 275 on the pit temp. We're at 288 now. It's coming down, smoke's clearing up. I'm going to go ahead and get this bad boy on. I'm using apple wood today, so there's some apple wood chunks in there. Sweat out real nice. So normally it's a 10 bone, so you have 10 of these bones up top. You can make little slices in it, curve it around, and it actually makes a crown, hence the name pork crown roast. This one's a little smaller, so this is more like a pork tiara roast. Don't know if I've made that joke, so that might be the second time you've heard it, but I thought about it all night. I was pretty happy with it. Yeah, this pit does all the work for me, so as long as I can hold temperatures, I'm gonna have a good cook. Stay tuned, guys. Alright, it's been cooking for about 30 minutes now. Forgot to put the meat probe in, so I'm going to do that now. I figured I would show you guys what it's looking like. No, like nothing. For the meat probe, I'm just gonna go right here in the thick, try and stay away from any bones. Ride it out. Alright, gonna get that apple chipotle glaze mixed up now. Alright, as you can see over here in the corner, pit temp's 283. The actual meat temp right now is 107. We're shooting for 130, and then we're gonna get a glaze. Speaking of glaze, I'm gonna go ahead and get that made up right now. About a tablespoon of olive oil. Going to throw in a tablespoon of minced garlic. Going to add about a cup of apple juice. Maybe a little bit more than a cup. Tablespoon of the Mike's Hot Honey. This is going to be extremely slow. One-fourth cup brown sugar. And completely optional, but I add about 2 tablespoons of French's yellow mustard. I think it gives a little kick, a little zest. And you just want to whisk, mix all that up. You can see the pit temp finally starting to settle down. That's where I wanted it, 270 range. Meat temp 116. At 130 we're going to get this glaze on there. Alright, so at 130 going to go ahead and put this glaze on it. Show you guys kind of like what we're working with here as far as this goes. I'm going to use a mop. My gosh. I can't even explain to you how good this smells. Gonna close it down. I'm actually running about 270 right now, but I'm gonna open these vents, let that temp climb while it cooks this last 10 degrees. Kind of want to char on the outside. These are essentially like glorified pork chop. Alright, pit climbed up to 309. Internal temp's 144. We're gonna go ahead and pull her off. She looks beautiful. Get that out of there. Show you guys just how good she looks. Alright, gonna get her inside, let her rest about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna give it a taste test, so stay tuned. Alright, she's been sitting about 30 minutes. Time to get cut into. I'm gonna go 2 bones in. See what we got. I don't know if you guys can see all, oh, it's leaking. All the moisture. Super tender. Look at this. The pork. So much moisture. Alright, so here's the finished product. Sorry, it's dripping as you can see. Super moist, super juicy. Gonna give it a little taste test here. One more, last one. It's really good. Really, really, really good. Probably the best pork chop I've ever had. But anyway, so really simple cook. If you can find it, pork crown roast is what you're looking for. Throw it on there, 275, 2.5 hours it should take. Yeah, super easy. Hardest part you're gonna have is actually finding that, but grocery stores do have them, so you can check around. And if you have a butcher, go ahead and ask them if they can order that for you or cut it for you. Really simple cook as well. You saw my video, you know the breakdown of it. A savory rub, a sweet glaze, and then the pork has a ton of flavor on its own. And then you throw in some wood, mix it with that charcoal, and it's banging. I mean, this thing is super good, super tender, really impressive to look at. So if you serve that up, you know, your parents come over, you're meeting your girlfriend's mom for the first time, whatever the case may be. You throw that thing on the table and you look like a top chef. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Peace. Peace.